What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new album from Lil Simz called Grey Area. Now, Lil Simz is a rapper who's coming out of London, England, and even though I didn't review her last project, Stillness in Wonderland, I did hear it and I thought there were some great tracks on there. That said, I wanted to make sure I didn't get caught sleeping this time around, and I'm glad I didn't because I really think this might be the best hip-hop record of the year so far. We're going to start right at the beginning with the single called Offence. On this one, she's bringing some very angry vocal styles on the hook and a lot of energy in her verses, and this one is just all about the confidence. On the hook, she's saying that she's going to say whatever she wants to say, not giving a fuck what people think, and she had a nice bar on here where she spits, "I'm Jay-Z on a bad day, Shakespeare on my worst days." Love that she's brimming with confidence on this track, and the production here is really dope as well. You're getting a wide variety of instruments coming into the play. You're also getting some very lively percussion on here, so just the way this one grooves along is really dope. And I gotta shout out Inflow for handling the production throughout this project. They really did a great job because all these beats come together nicely, and they do provide a nice unique backdrop for Lil Simz to rap on. Including the song Boss, where you get this grungy guitar, and once again her confidence is on full flex as she says that she's a boss in a dress. And then on the song Selfish, we're getting a lighter, jazzier, soulful affair. This is a track that's really dope because we're getting Cleo Sol coming through with some beautiful vocals as well. And I like on this one how she's just rapping about how she loves herself and she's got to practice that self-love more. Even on the hook, Cleo Sol is singing about being your own best friend. So this is a track that really ties into just taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. Sometimes people are going to see that as selfish, but sometimes you got to do that in order to maintain your mental health and make sure that you can give people the best of you. At least that's how I took it, so I really did like a lot of content on this project and how she starts off so strong. And whether it was her intent or not, I really like how as this project moves on, you do get to see some of the chinks in her armor, just some of her issues and insecurities that she's been battling with, including on the song called Venom. On here, she's touching on some of the dark thoughts in her head, as well as reflecting on how she doesn't get the full respect she deserves as an MC that happens to be a female. And the strings on this are so dope, man. It just sounds like something creepy and eerie, like maybe something out of a black and white horror movie. So that's another production that I really enjoy on this one. Her flows are just crazy on this. I think she's absolutely snapping. So as far as bars go and actual technical skills, she's on points. Then you get the song Therapy. This deals with the disappointment she's had with therapy sessions where she feels like she's being judged and not really being helped out. And I thought this was cool because this is something that a lot of people will be able to relate to. I think anyone who's ever been in any type of therapy or counseling or whatever you want to call it has probably felt this way before, where you're going this far, spending this time and spending this money to talk to somebody, and it really feels like it's not helping you all the way. So there are a lot of very open and honest moments on this where she's not afraid to speak on things that she's been dealing with and putting herself out there. So it's a very personal project. It's only 10 tracks, which keeps it nice and concise. It just feels like she didn't want to waste any time or bars on here, and that's something I always appreciate from a rapper. The most hard-hitting track of all, though, really might be the track Sherbet Sunday, where she's opening up about how she has had struggles with love, and there's even an ex who took advantage of her and got a girl pregnant behind her back. I think it takes a lot of courage to speak on this and be so honest. There's a bar on here where she says, "Please don't listen to this and ask me if I'm hurting or if I'm okay. Allow me to be human and be in my feels." And that really stuck with me because sometimes when you're going through something difficult and you're feeling that hurt and that weakness, you feel like maybe you shouldn't feel that way, like you should be stronger, but it's actually okay to sort of go through the motions and deal with that. Sometimes you need to fall down before you can get back up. You know what I mean? You got to hit those lows in order to hit those highs. I'm dropping all kinds of cliches right now, like who the fuck do I think I am? But I think you get the point that I'm making. I think that was beautifully put. She perfectly understands that, you know, he's the one at fault, but she also touches on how she felt kind of dumb for allowing someone to play her like this. So there is a very clear sense of clarity throughout this project, especially on this song where she's speaking on all these things. We also got to shout out that the production on here is dope as well, another very smooth affair, and it's followed up by the track called Flowers. This one deals with the 27 Years Club, you know, the group of famous people who all died at 27. I believe there's Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and even Amy Winehouse, who she seems to be speaking about on the second verse where she says something about Back to Black. I believe that's one of Amy Winehouse's albums, so that was a dope tie-in. You're getting some beautiful vocals on here from Michael Kiwanaka. I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong, but I loved what you were doing, so that's the point I'm making. And there is some very smooth melodic jazz production throughout here too. So as you can tell, man, I don't have a lot of complaints with this record. I think it's almost flawless, really dope, and I'm really enjoying it. And I like that she did bring some social commentary as well. The song Wounds deals with how gun violence is just this ridiculous thing. She speaks on how people think they're tough when they have a gun, especially young people out there in the streets, and how even your own friend might turn the barrel on you and put you out of your life. So she's speaking on a lot of dumb things that are going on out there, and how it doesn't really make you a man and you don't need to do that. You're also getting some nice guitar production here and great vocals from Chronix. So shout out to the features, man. All the features on here fit in nicely. She certainly put together a great project as far as that goes. And even on the song Pressure, she's speaking a little bit on some of the pressures and issues that black youth face. Well, a lot of people who don't face those issues sometimes try to sweep it under the rug. They don't think it's real. They don't think it's true. They just think people are bullshitting about these issues. So I appreciate that. Yet another great beat here with some vocals from Little Dragon on the end to tie it all together. So I don't have many complaints here, man. Even my least favorite track, 101 FM, has some nice nostalgic bars. She's just rapping about her come up, how she used to play Crash Bandicoot on PS2. Also how she studied her favorite rappers in order to build her flows. So I did like the content and the bars on this, but the reason it's my least favorite is because I think the beat is kind of cheap and chintzy considering how great some of the other beats on here are. There's just a lot of organic, lively instrumentation, but this one just really didn't fit in quite as well. But hey, man, she still had some good content and bars, so it doesn't make it all out trash. Just my least favorite beat on the project, so it's got to be my least favorite track. But all that said, man, this is a really dope album that I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5 to. I really like how she kept things so clear and concise throughout. She got very personal. The production is fantastic. Her technical skills on display. She knows how to mess around with her voice to make things interesting. The features fit in perfectly. This is just how you make a good album, man. You don't always got to make a long-ass project that's like 20, 25 tracks and just be doing the same sound over and over. You can experiment a bit, mix things up, put yourself out there, and I think that is just one way that you can make a great album. I mean, there's plenty of ways to skin a cat, as they say, but she showed you one way to do that here. So dope project. Thank you, Little Simz, for the great music. I really appreciate this one, and hopefully you guys do too. So check it out for yourself and let me know what you think in the comments section. And of course, man, make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. My kids are upstairs causing havoc. I hear bowls slapping around. There's probably crackers and goldfish all over the damn place. I know my wife is struggling up there, so I better go check on her and help her out. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.